Basically what I've gotten here is an N4 if I don't pay the rent by June the 4th, that they could take me to the landlord and tenant board or evict me.
So it's an eviction notice?
Basically, it's the first step to evict me out of my home.
The dispute over rent increases in the West End is now heating up. 200 eviction notices have gone out in Parkdale after residents living in Met Cap buildings refused to pay their rent in May. This as some tenants are singling out the two companies that own the buildings.
Where there is to go. The rents are so high all across the city.
The writing is on the table for Barb Livesay. Pay your rent or eviction proceedings will begin.
It's not a nice feeling. It's an uneasy feeling.
Livesay and 200 other Met Cap residents who refuse to pay their rent getting N4s in the mail this week. It comes after tenants held a rent strike in May. They are protesting a rent increase of about double the provincial guideline of 1.5%. Most here are low income and say they can't afford it. Now they're turning their attention to the building's two owners, Met Cap and Aimco.
Met Cap and Aimco need a lot of hard thinking to do to respond to us rather than sending us eviction notices.
Aimco, the Alberta Investment Management Corporation, refused to comment today. Aimco is an investment firm and Crown Corporation in Alberta. It manages more than $90 billion in assets, including pension and government funds. On its website, it boasts of its responsible investing policy.
They have their own socially responsible investment practices and policies. We don't think that there's anything socially responsible about mass evicting tenants in the context of a housing crisis here.
Aimco's aware of the financial situation with the buildings.
Met Cap CEO Brent Merrill told City News over the phone today that as manager of the buildings, it oversees things like rent increases and evictions.
Have you received any direction from Aimco on how to proceed with these rent increases or evictions?
No, the direction I received to Aimco is to operate the buildings financially and prudently, and to do everything properly and legally and by the book.
Not ready to turn the page on the fight, the tenants. They are now planning to expand their rent protest by doubling the number of buildings participating in the rent strike from 6 to 12 next month.
There was a lot of interest.
Vanessa Collins lives in one of the new buildings they're hoping to bring into the fold.
Hopefully for June 1st we'll be able to get more people that were a little bit more trepidatious about the May 1st strike on board.
Makes me feel very comforted because there's strength in numbers and knowing that we're not, the 200 of us so far, not just facing this on our own.
Now, the eviction process is not a short one. Each of the 200 tenants will individually have to go through a hearing at the Landlord and Tenant Board. Both sides will get a chance to present their case, and it's a process that can take up to 90 days from notice to actual eviction.